thinking outside the box when it comes to bodybuilding. When it comes to life, it's really important to think outside the box. And, basically what I'm trying to say is an example. You show up at a bodybuilding contest and all you're thinking about is how you look and your competition, and you have to win that contest. And there's a lot of other aspects that people don't understand and they don't think about. Their mind doesn't work that way. And, there's some important things. And let me give you an example of things that help you in a bodybuilding contest that a lot of people aren't aware of. Now, every show has different lighting. Every show has a different stage setup. And these are things that you have to be aware of. And what I always would like to do is I would go out and I would watch the lightweight and middleweight competitors during prejudge. And you can look and see how the lights are on their bodies. And the lights are always different at every show. Now, how bright the lights are on the body determines how dark you need to be, how much oil you should put on your body. Also, where you stand on stage. There's places on the stage that aren't going to have as good a lighting as other places. And so that's something you should be aware of. So when you're on stage, you know not to stand here or not to stand there or try to stand more closer to this area because the lighting's better. These are all important factors. There are some shows where the lights are higher and other shows where the lights are lower. And what this determines is when you're standing on stage and you're standing in your front position, if the lights are above you, a lot of times the lights will shine down, and if you're at all leaning forward, you will shadow your quads and abs. Therefore, you have to lean back slightly so the lights are showing your quads and abs. Now, if the lights are further back, see what I'm saying? So these are all important factors. When you're doing a back double bicep and you arch really big, your back is gonna shadow your hamstring and glute. So therefore, your definition of your hamstring and glutes aren't gonna show if you're arching back too far. So by showing up to the show early, watching the other competitors and analyzing this stuff, you can learn things that are gonna help you enormously on stage. And there's a million times I've been at a show and I'll see guys that are shadowing themselves. And to the judges, they don't know that, they don't realize they're just looking for the cuts and the definition. And as far as oil, if the lights are really bright, you don't want to put that much oil on because it's going to reflect and it's going to make you look smoother than you are. So if the lights are really bright, you need a lot less oil. If the lights are really bright, you need a lot more color. You need to be as dark as possible. So these are all factors of things that all count when you're competing on stage that a lot of people don't think about. When you need to sit and do your homework, go during prejudging and watch the other competitors. A lot of times over on the end of the stage, there's little areas that the lights aren't hitting. So if you're on the end of the stage, you want to make sure you're not in that area where people can't see you. You have to move around, and this is all important factors because you never know when the judges are looking at you. The judges can be looking at you when you're not even in the middle of the stage. So, you just need to be aware of all these other factors that come into play when it comes to competing or when it comes to any sport. It's using your mind and being the best you can be in every way possible to win, because that's what we're there for. We're there to win.